So let me get to the significance of all this shit. I'm in Cuba. Every fucking channel is in Spanish. Only CNN is online. There's some governor dude in the States. I don't do politics. I don't do that shit. But I'm watching CNN because there ain't nothing else to watch. There's this dude. He's like I think he's a governor of a particular riding on the state, whatever the case may be. He apparently got a picture. They uploaded a picture of him in his yearbook, and then like 25 years old, and he's wearing black. There's a picture of a dude wearing blackface and a dude wearing KKK outfit, and basically the governor is one of those guys in the photos. So days are going by, this thing's going on, and it's going viral now, and people are like, should he be taken out of office, and this and that and that. And if you're a public servant and you want to identify as blackface or KKK, yes, in fact, you should be taken down, period. But anyways, worse than that, he comes out and then he says, his publicist, he didn't talk to her because she would have told him otherwise. He came out and said he doesn't know if he was the dude in the KKK outfit or if he's the guy who was wearing the blackface. It's a Halloween costume. One guy was dressed as blackface, one guy is dressed as KKK. Dude comes out, and he's like, just like a 60-year-old dude. He did this when he was 25 years old. But they're saying, so the whole controversial thing on TV, CNN is like, should this guy be removed out of office because of this, right? And then, what's worse that this guy came back and said he doesn't remember what he was in that photo. That's like, so this thing had no significance to you? At age 25, you're a grown man, past 18, and you can't remember on this Halloween picture you took, and you don't even know Paul. First of all, I now started trick-or-treating at the age of 18 for the first time in my life. This man doesn't remember what costume he was wearing, if it were blackface or if it was a KKK mask. You know what I mean? So it's even worse in his mark because like now you didn't have any recollection, and you're saying that what it could have been any of the two. You know what I mean? You don't know if you had the KKK costume, and you don't know if you had the black. How?
Right.
How? Anyways, so after that answer, he should have just stayed silent and fought for his job. The fact that you open your mouth and then you don't recall whether or not you were blackface or KKK, you must definitely be removed. Sure. Because you don't even recall which racist thing you decided to do.
Yeah, that's pretty whack.
It's pretty whack. Now, my thing is, people were talking about, I don't think people should be getting pulled out of their shit because of something that happened when they were, in their adolescence. People were saying this, and people were like, heaven forbid what we would have did, heaven forbid all my actions of 25 was, put on display right now. People were saying that. Some people were saying that.
No, I get that.
I get all that too, but it's like, no, if you're a black person, when were you 25 doing a racist white person thing?
What do you mean, bro?
It just could have not been white people.
Halloween.
It could have been.
I know, but that's not the point. The point is, when have you done something regrettable? A lot of people
have, but when it comes to racism and stuff like that, when you're in a political place of power like that, when it's like, us people believe.
No, it's about, are you still that? That's all it is. Because at 25, maybe you were that stupid racist, or ignorant, blah blah blah. But have you grown from that?
Facts.
That's what you should be saying.
Facts. Right? He shouldn't be addressing that.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
yes,
whether he addresses it or not, does it make it factual or not?
Here's what you got to look at too, right? Think about the time they're growing up. Think about the time where that was normal, where that was put it in, like, even nowadays where men think they're higher than a woman. It's the same thing. So it's like, when you grow up,
which not to say
he's not racist, yes or not. I'm just saying, for someone to grow up in that time where your father was they looked at colored people less than everyone else. Yeah. Father was that way, mother was that way, grandparents were that way, great grandparents were that way.
Right.
It was just normal for you, so you don't know that was a wrong thing to do until it became wrong in the public view, not just your own space. So for those people, I know there's a lot of people that were racist, but they could have gotten out of that over the last 50 years. You know what I mean? How life evolved and how you learn to treat another human being like what it actually is, instead of thinking, okay, you were the great one.
Facts.
So those people, I think, deserve a chance. But the people that are not even trying to deny it, then that's what's real.
I don't know what's come about the story. Maybe he tried to, do the most public way of apologizing and everything for his past and everything like that. And it's facts. But they were also saying how, like, in the army. In the army, if you lose respect for your leader, it doesn't matter what you say or do, because I no longer have the respect.
Well, that's in life. Fuck the army. That's in life.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying in the army, if
respect for
the soldiers do not respect their commander, you did something that lost the respect of the people, you can apologize, cool. Then Daniel will give you a nice walkout.
It's morale.
You know what I mean? It's just, and when you're a public servant or someone like that, it's like.
What was his position?
Ooh, which we're talking about, yeah, is the governor of some state or something like that. So it's very large, and the power that you have, and it's like, is that biased nature being applied towards people? You know what I mean? Or
towards
like you said,
right
like you said, a lot can change in over that many years. There's no kind of calculator or way to really describe or come to a quantifiable answer of you are past that.
But I'm sure eyes will be on it now, so whatever moves he is making, if that seems racist, someone can pull his card, like, well, hey, you know what I mean? But it's just now it took that time for them to
but you don't think people like that should lose their jobs and stuff like that? Right?
Only if you're still that person, yes, lose your job. Because you don't understand the importance of human beings, much less a worker.
Facts.
You know what I mean? If you don't understand it at the base level of we're all human beings and we're all equal in that sense, like I can't even trust your ability to gauge not having bias in the workforce or in your cabinet or whatever it is, whatever your business is. His is politics, so whatever your party is, you know what I mean? As long as you're not showing racism in that, then I can't blame you for what you did.
And then you have then this Gucci thing popped up today or yesterday with a person wearing blackface. That was the relation of that thing I saw last week, and then with this blackface thing as well too. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy that companies are making these.
But what's funny? I saw that picture this morning, but I didn't think nothing of it. Because for me, that's just another. That's just another modeling thing to me, right? So when I saw it just now, I'm like, oh, that's the blackface thing. I'm like, who determines what's racist and what's not? Like, who saw that and said that's them trying to be a black person or making fun of black people?
Well, I get it. Not maybe that's the intent, but that's
it's
definitely
not.
how
It does not.
But that's what I mean. Who?
You know what it is. You know what it is
to make it viral.
Here's how. Put that picture up and put the blackface picture up right beside it, side by side, and it's going to be so uncannily like there's inspiration from this one. Like,
no, but what I'm saying though is you only see that because someone did that.
Right.
I'm saying that whoever started this to be viral, like, how did you perceive it that? Because when I just perceived it looking at it, I just saw that as fashion.
I saw it as fashion. I saw
bare pictures that looked like a regular picture.
When I seen it, I saw it as fashion. I didn't quite put the two and two together. But once it was brought to my attention, and then after that, because I didn't look at it for more than 2.5
But that's what I mean, right? Like only until I start reading and seeing other people say it, then I'm like, oh, this is racist. But it's like, how did I switch up like that? You know what I mean? Like,
but it's just like the H&M. It's just like the H&M thing with the kid, the one kid in a jungle or something like that. At first, I didn't really book it. After I looked at it again, I was like, why is it this black kid is the one crazy monkey in the jungle? I was like, huh? So I by myself figured out how that was, but it took a second. This one took even longer. But when the
perception is where I'm getting, I guess.
But at the end of the day, all you gotta do is put them side by side.
No, I get that, but I'm saying for it to get to the point that the whole Instagram is probably looking at it as a racial thing now. It's like, how did someone see the photo and they're like, oh, this looks like blackface to me? Like, how do we know that's what the company represented, right?
Well, no, we don't know that's what the company represented. But what it comes down to is it's too uncannily close, and they have enough thousands of people when they're going to mass produce this for 1 billion copy. There's got to be one or two opinions on things. So I would think much more than that. When I say one or two, it should be 100. But
I'm trying to see, like, maybe I can't identify the subliminal the company's trying to do, because I don't see it.
Well, it's not even subliminal to people. It's bam. People are seeing it like bam.
Well, no, people aren't seeing it. They're seeing it because it was explained to them through Instagram.
See, what you're talking about is
if you had covered the face up and it had the red lips and that, it would have been blackface.
But that's what I mean. It wasn't that.
But I'm saying to you, all it is they cut it off. But
again,
you had it continued.
It's fashion. Like they do so much.
I know they
shit,
do that.
The point of what you're saying isn't wrong. It's not.
Yeah.
Like, you can interpret it how you do, but the point is, it's how a lot of people are gonna see it.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. Exactly.
But that's what I'm getting at is that how you guys see it? You guys see that as a blatant
I completely
racist.
see a blatant racist thing. I completely see a racist. I can see that it could have been some cool hip art thing that these designers do and wear clothes that no one ever wears in real life. Sure. For a quick second I thought it was that. But it is completely blackface. There's nothing else by it. You cut the face off and it is.
But you can't say it's completely if you got to cut something off, right? So
no, but I'm not reaching. Really,
it's not
truly.
really reaching because
it's not reaching. It's if it was
I know, but how many
Deadpool,
other
if
ones
it was
like
a
that are
Deadpool,
there
all it
in
is
the
is
whole
like
world?
if it was a Spider-Man,
You know what I
if it
mean?
was a Spider-Man mask, that thing would have been a Spider-Man mask with the head cut off. I'm not reaching. I'm just saying it's completely a Spider-Man mask with the top part cut off so you can see your regular face. That's what we're getting at. Even though you may have not intended it, it's being taken 100%. When the person's not guessing or wondering.
No, I can see the offense. I don't see how people want to like be angry about it when it's like.
Well, if it represents blackface, then we have to be angry about it. That's how people are seeing it.
Represent blackface. You know what I mean? Like.
But how does it not? It's completely.
How does it? It represents
like
fashion.
I told you, if it was a Spider-Man thing.
It still represents
Do you know
fashion.
the blackface? Do you know of the blackface and the thing they used to do at the minstrel shows and shit like that?
Well, they would just paint their face like they're black people, right? Yeah.
So it pretty much, if that was a cartoon, it looks just like it. So regardless of if you think it's that, just from the optics.
So what about the Africans that paint themselves white? Right? Like no one's gonna say that's racist towards white people.
Because that's not, because what it's intent. Why did they do it?
Right, but they were doing that before, and not even just to be
intent.
Mm-hmm.
Not even just to be racist. That was like, you see people jump up and down, and they have their painting, and they had their own tribal stuff. Like, and we never took a boat and went to America.
When they did the blackface,
it
was literally making fun of black people. It was
no, you're right. In that sense, yes. The intent is
and act stupid and all this different shit.
But like, I get that there's racism. I don't know. I feel like we the people fuel it more than it's actually.
We do fuel it, but
that's the bigger.
They are literally putting it in your face like, yo, we're going to make blackface be something again. Make America great again. We're going to bring a fashion item back out again. That's what they're doing.
Right.
That's how it can be taken. Whether Gucci didn't do it, Gucci better fix this, because that's all that it is. That's all that it is.
People are still going to buy their shit.
Yeah. I guarantee,
if it was intent that way,
they will definitely have some backlash on this shit, where at least all the black people who've been wearing it regularly, all the black people who've been buying it and wearing it baggy in a way that Gucci.
But there's always times when there's things come up where black people should boycott this brand and boycott this brand, and then
look at the Super Bowl they were talking about.
They follow these rappers in the Gucci store, so for a week everyone stops wearing Gucci. They follow these rappers in the Louis store for.
I don't think it's just gonna be for a week though. I personally don't see it just gonna be something for a week.
The problem is not enough people buy Gucci anyways.
Right. But I'm saying
usually rich people
for the rich people who buy Gucci, and also there's a lot of
small percentage.
And you can't even say that, Paul. You can't even say that because bare poor people, I know that when I'm scraping up from my laptop, I see them go scrape up for the Louis belt.
Yeah, but no one's worrying about those people.
But
those people are hit or miss in life. They're talking about their demographic that's actually going to buy it tomorrow, and the week after, and the week after, and the week after.
Okay, well, yeah, maybe for the week after and the week after. But I'm saying to you, there's a huge market of people who are buying it, and God knows where to get the money from. Like, people my skin color buying it just as much as people. I honestly do believe that we might be the biggest buyers of the shit right now.
Yeah, but people that ignorant will probably just get the bill anyway.
Well, that's a hip hop thing. We made Gucci cool. We made it a cool thing.
So. Right. But I'm still saying that.
Regardless if it gets to the point where it affects the company.
Now, the urban market, if the urban market stops buying it right now, I'm not saying that's going to shift the tide in making Gucci somebody, but it's a little bit of a hurt. Like,
here's the thing: people
lost
forget.
a 10% market.
People
forget.
You
know what I mean? They would. You know what I mean?
People forget. And
people forget. People also ride on. No, but people.
Because the way I see it, this was just a big
but,
commercial. This was just a big commercial. That most people that see it, do they really care?
I know that's where my whole point is coming up.
I think some people do care. I feel.
Some people do it.
We could call up H&M and see what type of losses they felt, even for that moment in time. whatever the case may
No,
be.
of course
they don't
there'll
have
be
to
losses.
care. They don't have to care. And it's like, at
there'll be
the end of the
losses.
day, all profit is what the profit is. As long as it's better than what they're costing to make it, their profit
But then we
is,
have
you
to
know
see
what I mean?
statistics.
They're having a positive growth on an annual level.
No,
so
but
it
I don't
doesn't
think-
matter in their dip if they're going to make
But you have-
700
you gotta
million
show
and they
me
make
statistics.
640
You
mil.
gotta show statistics. You gotta show statistics.
You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, if they were gonna make 700 mil last year,
What
and they
about
made
that, though?
600,
What's the point?
let's just say they make 640, and it took 50 million to produce. At the end of the day, they're winning. So
That's what I was saying.
It doesn't
They don't-
matter,
they don't-
but
they
yes,
don't
there
care.
is a hurt that they would
Of course,
get.
of
But
course.
it quantifiable. It's a fucking paperclip, a deep one. But it's nothing. It's nothing to them. And I'm just saying.
Right.
At the end of the day, if they're going to have that tiny little blip, I'd rather them get the tiny little blip than not. Even though it quantifies
Of course.
nothing.
100.
Of course, but
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I'm just here. My stance is just make
If
sure
they
that
actually
they get
are racist,
some tiny gouge.
What sucks
doesn't
though?
matter to
No,
you, it doesn't matter to
What
me,
sucks
like-
is what's sad is that gouge should be a for everything if this really does mean something, and that's what I'm getting at.
Well,
it should be always from here on out. You lost 15%.
I don't know how much of the market's like that. For me
No, that's what I'm
personally,
saying. That's
I'm
what I'm
like,
saying,
yo,
right?
Gucci's
Like
out.
People
for
just
me,
forget.
For
People
me,
forget.
for
2,
me,
3 years from now, someone might forget.
For me, Gucci's out. I'll
I
give
never
H&M.
fucked a Gucci
I'll give
anyway.
H&M a
Gucci's
blind.
overpriced.
I'll give H&M a blind because it was subjective, and I feel like you could say.
this was subjective too.
Fine. No, this is not subjective.
No, it is.
Fine, that's your
If-
opinion.
if
In
the
my
H&M
opinion,
thing
it's
is-
completely.
Yeah, the H&M thing is subjective. How is this subjective?
If coolest monkey in the jungle?
Yeah, that's
on a
that's even
black
worse.
kid, it's subjective. I'm just saying.
Here's
so is-
why I associate it as subjective, because there's two motives. There's either an honest motive where, like the coolest monkey, because like, you know what I mean? I play my kids and like, my nephews and call them monkey or this and that and that, right? And I don't know why people might do the same thing with their kids, you know what I'm saying? And whoever else. I'm just saying.
But again, you're being naive there, but not in this
fair.
one.
No,
You know what I mean?
no, but I'm saying
But you're choosing.
if you're talking to monkey, I'm still saying that I'm choosing to say my level of racism on this topic. I'm grading the racism levels. I'm grading how close you are to Hitler with your statement. To me, that's my opinion. You know what I mean? And I'm rating it as okay. If they were saying honestly saying, because I mean, what the fuck is honesty in 2019?
Mm-hmm.
But if they were honestly including this black child as any child in the world, and they were saying, we're going to pick a child and we chose that child because that's it. If there was somehow honesty in the world, then I'm going to hold you guys at a blind and say, you know what? Hey, it could have been, it got misconstrued as racism. Maybe you guys had an honest place where you guys chose any child, and it could have been Billy, the white kid, was the one runner up for the photo, and they just happened to choose the black kid in a photo shoot. Way. If they would just have bare photos, and every kid was wearing it, and like, I like John, no, I like Jimmy, like, oh fuck it, we're going with John. John was the black
They didn't
kid.
do that with this one.
Yeah.
They could have had
This
a black.
one
Look,
is-
look, bro.
No, but if it was a black person or not, it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered. It would have still been racist as fuck. It would have still been racist as fuck.
No one would have saw it as
Black
racist if it
or
was a
white?
black person.
No,
wearing
they
that.
would have, I think.
No, man. Not at all.
Black or
Only
white?
because fashion is too extreme. Like the shit that they wear, like.
I think they're racist anyway.
Because I don't believe the intent of it was racist, but someone definitely let it happen. To me, it was just a publicity stunt, like Pepsi or anything.